Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So there's an increasingly popular trend on Twitter, and one that's very satisfying to watch unfold, where Twitter users, in particular tourists, are discovering that their favorite Japanese mangaka are not the people they thought they were. These Twitter users who normally berate, harass, and slander people over fictional content are discovering that many of the mangaka, people that they've been worshipping for a long time, are in fact lolicons, and they are coping and seething over this discovery. You can see an example down here of a user finding out that the Azu manga creator is a lolicon. Now, that would have been pretty obvious if they actually read the manga series or learned anything about its creator, and now, unfortunately, they're stuck with this discovery and have rebranded, ironically, to an Omari account, and wait till they find out about the creator of that franchise. But I want to focus on Bocchi the Rock. So there's been an exodus of Twitter users completely doing a 180 on their view of this franchise. Only a little while ago, they were diehard fans, or supposedly diehard fans of this franchise, but now they are abandoning it because they are making the shocking discovery that its author, Aki Hamazi, is a lolicon. Now, I think this tweet and the accompanying screenshot here really sums up what's going on here. So, as they point out, you have a Bocchi profile picture, a Bocchi the Rock related username, as well as a Bocchi reaction image to the news. So watch this user completely switch up on the series they've based their whole account on. So I woke up to the news about Hamazi being a lolicon. What the F? I was always critical about the way Hamazi writes her characters, but I never expected that. Is this a bad time to say that I never really liked the manga all that much? I kept it to myself because I heard little to no criticism back then, but genuinely every chapter had something in it that completely annoyed me, which never happened in the anime. Yeah, look at the switch up, ladies and gentlemen. These people worship these mangakas while having a complete blind eye to the very public information about them that would prove that Hamazi is pretty much an open lolicon, okay? These people project their own values onto these mangaka and other people that they like, and they create this image of these creators in their own head. And the second these creators deviate from that standard, they are scum. Like, they are bad people now, and everything they've done should be discredited. Now, all of a sudden, the manga has always been bad after this discovery. It's very crazy to see this switch up in real time. Now, you're probably wondering, how did we get to such a big discussion about the author of this series? Well, it starts with a argument and related thread where basically some users were trying to claim there's no such thing as female lolicons, which is obviously not true, where this user makes a rage bait thread, an accurate rage bait thread, where they list a group of popular female VTubers, mangakas, and alike who are proven to be lolicons. And all it took was this first one listed to set hundreds of users off, where they list Aki Hamazi, the Bocchi the Rock author. Now let's see some of the reaction. I'm sure it's going to be very tame, right? Nope, unhinged. Immediately to the slander, this user saying, "Oh my effing god, pedo the Rock." This user saying, wait, what the F? The bitch that made Bocchi is a pedo? And then you get an ironic response like this, saying, "You guys are so quick to accept an information without an actual source. It's so weird." After users quickly jumped with no justification to label her as a pedo because she likes drawings that they think are weird. But okay, since you asked for an actual source, here's a source. These are her public Twitter likes, and they are filled with all kinds of sexualized loli characters from Blue Archive, Genshin, Fate, and alike. You can think these things are weird, that's totally valid, but clearly, at the very, very least, Hamazi is very okay with lolicon-related content. But a lot of the reaction was totally unhinged. So this user aggregating some tweets saying, "I'm crying. Why are Bocchi the Rock fans acting like I just caused 9/11? The author just liked some lewd Blue Archive art on Twitter. Damn." Here's some of the reaction. This user saying, "I've learned that Hamazi is a lolicon, and honestly I wish I could bring myself to care, man. I read the obvious writing on the wall. I've already braced for impact." Where this user says, "I should shoot myself in the head." This user saying, "I need a moment to digest this." And another one responding saying, "I'm currently going through shock and denial. maybe tomorrow I'll be in pain and guilt. These people are so emotionally unstable, they could never separate art from the artist. And no, Twitter users, these are not dangerous criminals, these mangaka. They are mangaka who like art that you find weird, and that's it. And you have no discernible argument with evidence to show it's anything more than just something that is weird to other people. But moving on, here's some more comments saying, I'm about to game end myself. I'm so serious right now. There is a power pole outside my house. What's stopping me from climbing it? And then a Bocchi profile picture saying, I'm going to game end myself. And a lot of this is very surprising to people who understand even a little bit about this mangaka, where this user says, how are they a fan when they don't know her works? Like, I'm not even kidding, I'm genuinely asking. She draws doujins of blue archive characters, which of course contains a lot of lolly characters. I mean, I have heard from people that her boots are so popular for her blue archive doujins that they literally have to move her to other areas to accommodate the giant flow of people trying to visit her booth and look at her artwork. So this is not a deeply held secret about this artist, some very low-key project they're doing on the side with a pen name or something. This is very open. So if these people actually took a look around and looked into this author they are worshiping, they would have discovered this a long time ago. But of course, they either ignored that or just turned a blind eye because it doesn't fit their narrative. Here's another person saying how it feels knowing that I can hate on Bocchi the Rock for a reason other than annoying fans. So the fact that you're using a mangaka's likes as a justification to hurt real human beings by harassing them because they consumed that series the manga created, I mean, that's just showing that you have more respect for fictional content than you do real life human beings. And it's kind of scary that attitudes like this have become so commonplace on places like Twitter. You can see another response here, quoting the original tweet we looked at the start of the video, saying, I mean, I don't really blame someone for being upset finding out the creator of a series you like is a shitty person. That's the bar nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. You could be an outstanding, generous, very compassionate, great human being, but the second you have a couple of blue archive likes on your Twitter account, you're done. Your entire value is gone. You're a bad person now. That's how low the bar is, and that's how strict the standards are of users like this, where it could always backfire on them, right? But really, it's just sad to see that people justify this sort of a standard placed on other people. And again, all these people would have known about this stuff if they actually did any digging into this author that they've been worshiping ever since the Bocchi the Rock anime came out. And overall, I mean, what happened here? Well, a lot of gatekeeping, okay? And I think, as always, this is just further proof that gatekeeping is a very good thing. These people aren't legitimate fans if they're making these discoveries now and now completely switching up on the author and this franchise as well because they don't like the art that the author was consuming. And you always have to make sure to gatekeep. I always say, just to remind everyone, gatekeeping is not what Twitter tries to frame it as. It's not like somebody wants to begin showing an interest in manga and some weeaboos come out of nowhere and tackle them and say, no, you're not allowed. No, that's not what gatekeeping is. Gatekeeping is when you keep harmful actors out of your community. When you have people slandering the creators of manga they don't like, or attacking and harassing other users because they don't like the series that they consume. Those are bad actors that need to be gatekept. And this is proof that it can be effective. And when these people discover more about the content they consume and the people who's creating it, it tends to gatekeep them. And I always say anime tends to be a pretty good gatekeeper in and of itself, but sometimes they have to learn a little bit more than what's on the surface. But that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys listening. Please share all of your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.